Chloe Lukasiak is originally known for being a fan favorite cast member of Lifetime's reality television series Dance Moms. Chloe's dance and television career has earned her a huge social media following with millions of fans across Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Chloe's YouTube channel has gained over 1 million subscribers in just 1 year's time, resulting in partnership deals with top brands such as Pantene, CoverGirl, Invisalign, Victoria's Secret Pink, and Playtex, just to name a few. I love it. And Chloe, I kind of want to turn to you next because your journey is also sort of different because you started on television in reality TV and then transferred into being a creator. So can you talk about that?
Yes, so as you mentioned, I was on Dance Moms. I started when I was 9, and around that time is sort of when Instagram popped up. And because I was already sharing so much of my life with people, I decided to make an Instagram account and then was just posting stupid selfies back then, but still sort of entered into the digital space around that time. And ever since then, I've just shared my whole life on YouTube, Instagram, now TikTok, everything. So I'm just really comfortable and familiar with sharing like all parts of my life with people. So it felt really organic to go from reality television to the digital space. And it's way more fun on the digital space because you have way more control over what you share and the sort of voice you have and what you tell people. And it's fun to create new content. So that's how I got my start. Very, very organically. We were on like the back of the bus that we would travel on every weekend, just posting like videos of us dancing. And it's been like that ever since.
I love it. And right. And Chloe, kind of same question for you, because I feel like did you have to go through a rebrand and kind of, I'm not the young girl that you saw on television. I'm a different person now. Did you have a rebrand there, or who are you constantly continuing to make content for now?
I think the rebrand came naturally. I've always stayed really true to myself throughout my entirety of being on social media. So I've never like pushed anything too far where I've been uncomfortable or felt like I wasn't being true to myself. That's been my number one thing throughout social media is like I want to use my platform for good because I was given this space and this opportunity since I was little. So I realized at a really young age that I have a voice, so I need to use it for good. So that's why I to talk about the things I do and open up about the things I do. And like the rebrand came naturally as I grew up. Like everyone sometimes kind of assumes that I'm still a 9-year old, but I'm 20 now and I'm growing up. And I think you can kind of see that in my digital spaces. And really similar to Lauren, actually, I read this thing a long time ago because I'm a creative writing major at Pepperdine right now. So I'm also a writer. And so I read a long time ago, write what you want to read. And I really apply that to social media because I always create what I want to watch because this space can easily become oversaturated. So I always make sure that the best thing I can do is produce content that I want to watch, that I'm interested to hear about and learn about. So that's the only way you can really keep going in a space that new people are joining every day. I think, as we've all seen lately, all of the platforms are constantly changing and trying to keep up with the other platforms, and they're copying other platforms. So, what I have found to be easiest is just staying true to like my message and what I want to show people. And I think, as Tink said, like we're kind of going away from that perfect image and being much more real and connecting with people, which is why I opened up about my eating disorders, why I came out recently on social media. Like, I just want to make it a much more like organic place for people to connect, which I think is always was supposed to be and kind of went away from that. So I stay really true to myself on all platforms. I think TikTok is really cool because, as everyone said, you can be yourself. You don't have to be dressed up or anything. And I kind of took that mindset and shifted it to my Instagram as well. And instead of being like, oh, I can't post any photos because I don't have makeup on today, and my mindset has really shifted of like, what am I showing people? What am I telling younger kids is okay? Like, they don't have to be dressed up to have a good day or things like that. And YouTube is kind of just my fun place because I just sort of bring people along with my day. And my days are always changing and shifting, especially with school and work and everything going on. So it's more the place where I kind of don't really care and I just sort of it's much more organic. But the other places, they can it sometimes I get overwhelmed by how structured I feel like they should be, but I always remind myself that like the best content is the most organic and authentic. So
That's awesome. And Chloe, what about you? Were you posting more? What was your COVID situation when you're locked in your house? What did you notice from audiences?
I mean, I I really used social media as a way to connect with people. So I definitely found that I had way more time to post more content. So I really took advantage of that and posted way more, connected way more with people. And I definitely had the mindset of COVID was a really horrible time for everyone, but I also think it was the sort of slowdown that everyone really needed. And it helped me get to know myself even better, who I am, like the message I want to spread to people. It was the time we all needed to connect and stop doing things just to keep us busy and really focus on what we're passionate about and what we want to share with the world. So it was a really beneficial time for me, for my business, for every aspect of my life.
Chloe, do you want to kick us off? Because I know you have a lot of cool partnerships in the works.
Yeah, I've been really lucky enough to work with brands that I love and that felt really organic to partner with them. That's one of my number one things is I never want to push something or partner with a brand that doesn't feel right for my audience and right for me. So I've been really lucky to partner with brands like you mentioned, like Invisalign, Playtex, Victoria's Secret, a number of brands that I can't even think of right now, The Real Real, just a variety of brands that felt super cool to sort of dip my toe into each sort of category. And I'm actually working on partnering with an organization that I've been really passionate about for years now. And so we're getting that going, and I feel really excited to be able to, again, and in a new way, use my platform for good to inform people, to alert people to this issue. And so I'm really, really excited for that to kick off. But I think brand partnerships are obviously such an integral part of what we do. So to be able to pick the right brands and to promote the right brands is so lucky for all of us, I think. This may be obvious to everyone else, but since I had a different introduction to digital space where I was sort of part of it before I realized that I could make a business out of it, I didn't realize, like, especially on Instagram specifically, I guess, how important like having a certain story that people come back to you for is. Like, for example, very this is was not a serious subject, but I was having a spider problem in my apartment. So I made like a story highlight about it and was like constantly talking about like the black widows inside of my house, and it was terrifying, and people would come back like every single day, and I like my engagement was the highest then because I had a story that I was talking about every day and people were interested to hear, always asking me about it. So finding something specific to you that people can't find anywhere else really helps with the engagement and bringing the right audience in for you. So that's what I would say.